Hi guys, hello. I'm coming up on a really big milestone. You might be able to see we're super close to 200,000 subscribers, and I'm like, well, I never thought that I would get so many, so this is crazy to me. And I thought with us getting close that this might be a fun time to do another kind of like get to know me kind of video. I've previously done some like Q&A videos, but instead of asking you to ask me questions today, I wanted to just address commonly asked questions, if that makes sense. So like all the ones you saw on the thumbnail, I don't know what they say because I haven't made it yet, but I'll answer like all of those, you know, no clickbait. I also have specific questions, comments people have asked me, and I'll answer them too. And they'll pop up, you can read it. And yeah, these are just things that people have asked me over and over the last almost 10 years, and I'm just kind of compiling them here in this video for you. So it should be pretty fun. The specific questions are gonna come up first, and then you gotta wait till the end for the comments, some of the commonly asked questions. I'm gonna make you sit through everything. So I've got them up here, and okay, got them up. This first one is from Graham, and Graham asked, where did you get the name Jubilee from? From X-Men. Seriously. Yeah, my channel is named after the X-Men Jubilee. I always felt never got the cool story she deserved. Like, she never got the attention. I don't know, she was always like a very small minor character, Wolverine sidekick, stuff like that. So I kind of adopted her name and always meant to do some sort of cosplay with her like big yellow raincoat and the very 90s looking clothes, but I've never done that. So one day, but it's not my name. Some people do think that my name is Jubilee. It's not. It's Allison. I think I'd say this in like every video. It's not a secret, and I sign my name in like the description of every video. So Jubilee, that's just my whisper persona. It's a word I came up with, and I think it's so clever. It's not any name that people call me. Yeah. So it's from X-Men. Seriously, as I had quite an X-Men phase when I was younger. I still really like X-Men, but the X-Men phase is kind of over. 21 Gambit, speaking of X-Men, asks, did you watch the new Batman movie? Please tell me you did. It's currently my favorite movie and I can't stop thinking about it. Not gonna lie, I put this question in just so I could say how much I loved the Batman movie. It's one of my favorite films that I've seen lately. After I first saw it, I thought about it like non-stop for the next like 24 hours. It's my favorite Batman film of all time. Rob Pattinson, my favorite Batman of all time. And I've seen the movie 3 times since it came out, twice in theaters and once when I went streaming, and I watched it with my dad. And he kept falling asleep and I kept having to trying to pause and rewind the movie and be like, what was the last thing you remember? And then like catching him up, and yeah, can't wait for more films. It's the best. I loved it. Got me really hyped. Best Batman movie ever. Yeah. Okay. This is a comment on one of my creepy storytelling videos. So it's saying, I know this video is old, but could you make more of these creepy Reddit story videos? Your voice is so relaxing and I'm in love with these videos. Well, thank you, Cutting Cosmos. So I wanted to address this and say, yeah, this is like something I do every October. I have a theme called Spooky Saturdays, and every Saturday I upload a spooky Halloween themed video. And it's not every, day of October, just the Saturdays, with regular content coming out on the weekdays, Tuesdays and Thursdays. So once again, this October we will be doing another Spooky Saturdays 2022, and I will include another creepy story reading, but it's just a special seasonal thing. It's like McRib season. I can't believe I compared my channel to the McRib. I don't think I've ever even had one, but yeah, it's a seasonal thing, like I do winter Christmas themed videos in December, and I do the Halloween stuff in October. You gotta wait for it. It's like Halloween Horror Nights. Okay, so yeah, I'll do more, of course. Okay, many people have asked me about the Little Jubes video. Little Jubes, when are the Little Jubes videos coming back? Why did you stop making them? So this is just one of many comments. This might have been the most recent one. Let me stop and talk about this for a minute. This is gonna be kind of a long-winded answer. I'll try to be concise because you guys know how I can ramble. But for those not familiar, Little Jubes is a roleplay character I made years and years ago when I started my channel, back when I was like 16, 17. And the character was based on early ASMR childhood memories. Those of you who experience ASMR, I'm sure you have one of those early memories where maybe you were at a sleepover with a friend and you played teacher or something, or you played that game where you draw on your back. There's like these early memories that I think we all have, and I found that there was something like ASMR triggering about that childhood kind of personality, and I wanted to kind of evoke that. So I created this character which was like a younger version of myself, or Jubilee, Little Jubes, and she was childlike, very bossy, very just young, silly, and I would do these kind of like roleplay things. Like it was like, oh, I got into my big sister's makeup and now I'm gonna give you a makeover and it's terrible, or I'm doing a makeup tutorial and she's bad at it, stuff like that. And it was all trying to evoke an unintentional ASMR kind of response. I stopped making those videos a while ago and I haven't made any yet, and in fact I might have made a few private, and let me explain why. Back when I was making them, I was very young myself and I didn't necessarily think about what I was doing. I had purely innocent intentions for making those videos. When I started my channel, I was a minor, and unbeknownst to me, I was receiving comments that I really shouldn't have. I shouldn't have seen. A lot of young people, young women should not see. And I was sort of inviting those comments with this personality. In making these videos, continuing to, as I aged, I was, sorry, I'm trying to think of how to word this. I was sort of, encouraging these comments. I just realized that my light shut off or something. Okay. I don't know when that happened. And I was attracting a certain kind of viewer, let's say. That light's gonna keep dying, okay. One that might not have had unintentional ASMR on the brain and was watching an adult portraying a younger personality. And I'm sure you all understand what I'm talking about. I'm sure you understand what I'm getting to. That's as far as I'm gonna go. I realized this was something that had to stop. Because I wanted no part of this. And my channel needs to be a safe place for everyone. So I distanced myself from that character. I mean, I'm an adult, I'll tell you how old I am later, but, you know, I didn't feel comfortable doing that anymore. I mean, I was a teacher, I told you this recently, you know, I worked with young children, and I feel very protective of children. So, this was pretty serious to me. I don't want to talk about the comments that, you know, I would get, like, I'm not going to talk about that, but I did make a couple private that I just felt like were too much, I guess. And I won't be returning to this character again. I hope you can understand that. I know that what's hard about this is I know that many of you like these videos for the reasons for why I made them. Just unintentional ASMR that maybe reminds you of being a kid. And for those people, I don't like punishing them. It's like a kid in a classroom acting up and everyone in the classroom gets punished for this one kid, you know? I don't like that. But overall, if I remove all of them, this is why. YouTube takes this stuff pretty seriously too, by the way, and on videos, I think, where I made them when I was a minor, sometimes it removes comments, and like it won't let you comment to protect minors, even though I'm not a minor anymore. I was when I made those videos, so they sometimes do that. And that's not even me. That was the kind of the long story. Yeah, short story is won't be making these anymore to protect minors, including myself as a minor, and do not encourage that sort of behavior. It's not welcome on my channel. So I feel like you guys understand where I'm coming from, and that I do this with the best intentions for the channel and for all of you and for your safety. And I'm so sorry if those were videos you liked or wanted more of. Now that I've explained it, hopefully you understand that this was not an easy decision. I will move forward with other roleplays that are not childlike, but those have to go. I'm so sorry. I hope you guys understand. Okay, Christina Marie asks, where did I get my glasses from? I've been trying to find a pair like that for so long with no luck. Christina, I wish you'd comment this earlier and I had seen it earlier. Well, or, you know, okay, this is crazy. I got my first pair of round glasses back in like 2018 or 19. I think 19, over a couple years ago, and wore them out. I even got a little scratch on the lens, like right down there. And in January I went in for an eye exam, and I can get a free pair of glasses every year, and so my prescription changed a bit, and I had some complaints that they were like, this can be fixed with better lenses, so I was like, okay. And I went in to look at their glasses, and I was like, is it possible that I can get a pair, the same pair of glasses that I'm wearing right now, but an updated one? And they looked it up and they're like, yeah, they still make them, let's get those. So when I saw this comment, Christina, I went online to the same website so I could post a link. I just ordered these glasses in January. They are discontinued now. I'm so sorry. I'm still gonna tell you they're from Ethnia. I'll put a link. Ethnia. Specifically, this is from the vintage collection, and this particular styles called Camden, like Camden, London. They don't make them anymore, but maybe they will. I'm so sorry. I wish that weren't the answer, but yeah, these are specifically Etnia Barcelona Vintage Collection Camden, something like that. And I literally just ordered this new pair earlier in the year, and they're already discontinued, so I'm so sorry, guys. It feels like it's getting really dark. Let me change some settings. It's hard to balance lighting when you have glasses. Okay. Here's a funny one from Frosted who asks, did you hope at all, once the quests were done, that you could finally marry Brynjolf? And they're talking about Skyrim, of course. And yes, Frosted, I did wish that Brynjolf were one of the marriage candidates. I've only gotten married in Skyrim like twice. I don't know, it's not something I really cared to do in the game because I didn't think it was very rewarding. But I have a mod, and it made Brynjolf really beautiful. I've always thought he was pretty. He was always a pretty character, but he had like this like flowing, clean ginger hair. He's so pretty, and I was like, oh, I really wish I could marry him now. You know, you go through, spoiler alert, you go through the Nightingale stuff with him and all that, and I was like, oh wow. So yeah. Dim X Light said, and this was in reference to me talking about never seen snow, says, wait, I thought you lived in the UK for a while. Does it not snow in the UK? Pretty sure it does. I just tripping, man? Okay, yeah, I never lived permanently in the UK. I lived like semi-permanently, where I stayed in the UK for a few months and then came back home and then went back and forth for a couple years. And honestly, I was never in the UK when it snowed. Like, in all the months that I stayed there, it just seriously never snowed. It snows in different times of the year there than in like America, so I don't think I was there during those times of the year, but I do remember there was one time when I came home and it did start snowing like a week later in the UK, or in northern England at least. And I like to joke that I'm cursed, like I was cursed by like a sun god or something, because that. But one time I was leaving, and it was like November or December, and I get off the plane, you know, I've been gone for a few hours, no phone, no internet, and I have a text from my dad, and he sent me a picture of a little bit of snow, and it has snowed where he is working, and it never snows, it does not ever snow, and I missed it because now I was in the UK and it didn't snow in the UK. So I think some sun god cursed me somehow. And in fact, when I was in Iceland, which is a very cold, snowy place, my friends all arrived before me, and it snowed like really heavily, and they showed me videos of them having a snowball fight, playing in the snow, and I was like, oh my gosh, just hold out, I'm gonna be there in like 24 hours. And as I'm sure you guessed, it stopped snowing as soon as I arrived in Iceland. There was a little bit of flakes, a little bit on the ground still from when it had previously snowed, so I saw it a little bit the first day, but it melted like immediately after that. Sorry, my camera stopped recording and I forgot what I was saying. There was a little bit of snow on the ground, and I got to see it, and you've seen the clips, but it melted after that. And one time over the next week, there was a little bit of flutters and like run around in it like that. But that was it. There was no actual rain. It didn't stick on the ground or anything. So I am seriously cursed. And if any of you are, know how to break this sun curse, maybe it's because my parents named me Allison. Sun? I don't know, I know a nickname me Sunny because I seem to bring the sun wherever I snow curse or sun curse. I don't know. Yeah. Krusty Milkins says, this doesn't really relate to the video, but could you make an ASMR video on your gaming office setup? I'm curious. Yeah, I totally want to do that. In fact, I want to give you guys more of a proper tour of my house, but I just moved in a few months ago and I spent like all my money during that move, so I'm still cleaning up and trying to buy decor, furniture, stuff like that. I even filmed right here specifically so that you could see that there's boxes in my office. It's not ready, unfortunately, to show you. I have my desk. My desk is right here. I'm looking at my computer at the comments, and that's about the only thing that's really good. Yeah, it's not ready, but I totally will be showing you guys that when it's a little more set up. I want to put in some decor, and I have some fun like artwork to put up back there. So, just a matter of time, I'm afraid. Praise Lord Cthulhu wants to know, and I thought this was an interesting comment, do YouTubers make money off an ad from only the whole video, from the 5-second unskippable part, or from a percentage based on how much of the ad you watched? So yeah, I thought that maybe I could take this time to like extrapolate a little on like how the YouTube money system works to the best of my knowledge. I'm not an expert, but advertisers pay to have their ads shown on videos, and they, as you know, they come in different forms. Ones where you can't skip them, ones where you can skip them, little ones that show up like right down here and you just kind of click out of them. And I think that's about the different kinds, and they could appear beginning, middle, or end. And they really just depend. Like, you can get money if you click on them or if you watch the whole thing, but it's not like a percentage. It's not like 1 cent if you watch 1 second versus 30 cents if you watch 30 seconds. It's not like that. It's more like just the fact that the ad was already there, if that makes sense. And people can pay for like the YouTube Red thing, and then you don't see them, but I'm still getting paid, if that makes sense. So it's like I'm still getting paid in that absence of the ads. But it is like money per ad, so you can make, you know, this much money if you put the ad in the beginning, and there's a little bit more money if you put the ad in the middle, and there's a little bit more if you put the ad at the end. So hence why some people are like, yeah, ads in as much places as possible. Or if you turn off some of the ads and you only put like the little banner ads, that's gonna be not as much money as if you say, yeah, the unskippable ones as well as those. So you can choose, YouTubers can pick how little or how much they want to maximize their potential profits. And that money also fluctuates throughout the year by an amount called like the CPM, which is how much advertisers, I can't speak today, are currently willing to pay to put money on your videos. That can depend on like what kind of content you make. If you do like gaming and really big stuff, they might pay more because they're like, well, I think more people are gonna be interested in this. Or if a video starts doing well, the advertisers see this video is doing well, and they're like, oh, I'll pay like a lot of money to put my ad on that video because more people are gonna see it. If you have like a really niche, people might be like, I'm not gonna throw a lot of money in that. So it really depends, right? You guys understand? And also, ad campaigns during different times of the year can determine how much money you make too. People spend a lot on their Christmas campaign, so I make more money at the end of the year. And at January, when there's like no ad campaigns, the money drops significantly. It's very crazy. Even if I make more views, more videos, I still probably won't make as much as in like December. It's really interesting, I think. So I hope that explains a little bit, and I want to also use that as an explanation of why I do have the ads. I don't love bombarding my viewers with advertisements, but I do this full time now, and I love doing it full time. So that pays me for my time put into it, you know, compensation for your efforts. Otherwise, I'd basically be working like a full-time job without any pay, which would be awesome, but I also have to live. So I try to make things fair for you guys. I never put the mid ads or the end ads because I'm like, I would rather keep everyone happy and not ruin your sleep than maximize my profits. It's better to me to keep your audience happy, so you guys should only ever see ads at the beginning, which you can mute. You can mute them, it's fine. You can skip them. And then enjoy the rest of the video, even if it's 4 hours, like my 4-hour long Skyrim videos. No ads in those. Yeah. So that's why I just have to get paid a bit. So they're at the beginning, and I hope that makes sense. I hope that is like, you know, a little bit of transparency to the best of my knowledge of how it works. But I'm not an expert, like I said. And the last comment is some people, at least one person noticed on my keyboard there is an A for the H key, and that's because my H key broke. I don't know how it happened. Maybe I was typing too aggressively. But the bit that attaches to the switch broke off, and it just kind of, you know, sat there wobbling around. I do have some replacement keys, because if you take a look, I'll show a shot of my keyboard. Okay, if you look at my keyboard here, you'll see the WASD keys are totally different, and that's because I swapped them out. The keys normally looked like all the other keys, Q, E, R, T, you know, but I changed them out for these grippy ones, because WASD are for the keys I use the most. So I did have some replacement keys, and the one that I thought was most similar to the H was the A, so I put the A key on the H, and, you know, I don't notice, because when I'm typing I don't look at the keys, but you guys might notice, so that's why I have an A over the H. Thank you for noticing. I thought that's really funny that someone actually saw that. Okay, now I'm gonna get into part of the video that I'm sure people have been waiting for, which is talking about myself a little more personally, of the personal questions that I get asked over and over again. I'm gonna start with, how old am I? How old am I? I get people, I think the general consensus is that I look younger than I am, because I'll talk about I've been doing this for like 10 years, or talk about like being in high school, being in college, and some people might have thought I was in college. So I'm not that young. I was when I started my channel when I was 16, and that was almost 10 years ago. So I'm 26 now. 26, yep. And I don't feel 26. I don't know. That sounds kind of like proper adult, whereas I used to think of myself as like, oh, I'm still really young, like 21, 22. No, I'm 26 now. And the reason why people always seem to think I'm young is because I am married. I wear a ring in like almost all my videos, and I have really stubby fingers, just so you know. And I've talked a little bit about being married, and people always thought that I look too young to be married, but actually I've been married since I was 20, which is really young. Yeah, I've actually already been married almost 6 years. In a few months it'll be 6 years, and some people wanted to know if I was still married, because maybe I don't talk about my partner, or I don't like to use the word husband. I don't know why. I prefer to call my husband my partner. I like a gender neutral term, helps normalize the term, and I think partner fits. But legally, technically, my husband, and also an ASMR artist, and I've known him for almost as long as I've had the channel, because we met through our channels. And yeah, sometimes you can find him in the comments. He is a mod on my live streams, and he's generally all around an awesome person with a very, very relaxing voice. He's British, and that's why I traveled back and forth to the UK so much. Sorry, I need to stop scratching my forehead because I'm making it all red. So another question I get asked all the time is about where I'm from. People always ask either, where are you from? Where are you originally from? Are you American? Are you originally from America? Or something to that extent. I am American. I was born in America and have lived here my whole life, with the extent of, like I said, semi-permanently being in the UK for a bit. This is an American accent. Sometimes I say certain words weird because of my partner's influence on me. Like, it's just a random word like mascara, I'd say, over mascara. Otherwise, I think I sound pretty American. Not everyone agrees, apparently, but I think what people are really getting at, what they really want to know, is my genetic makeup. I think that's what a lot of people want to know, and what they ask in certain or uncertain terms is they try to figure out where is your face from, which is kind of rude, but I'm used to it. Maybe I shouldn't be, but I'm used to it my whole life. If you can't tell, I am what's known as mixed race or biracial. You can say either, they're both applicable to me. And I think people want to know my racial makeup, so I'll explain it. My mom's side of the family, this cat hair all over my camera. It's like stuck. Oh no. Oh gosh, okay. I'll leave that, sorry. My mom's side of the family has been in America for a really long time. Basically, I'll just say of European heritage. I think our ancestors were originally from England and Scotland, like a lot of white Americans. But it's so far removed. For example, my partner is actually from England, and we would never call ourselves British or English because we're not. That culture is so far removed that really, these days, it's just like white American, you know? I'm sure a lot of you can relate. But it's just vague European ancestry that we really have no connection to. My dad's side of the family is pretty much 100% Chinese, from China. Not like Malaysian Chinese or anything, Chinese. I think we're Han Chinese, we're not really sure, we haven't done DNA tests. My dad left China as a kid, a very young kid, so he's been in America pretty much his whole life, pretty much forgot his native language, so my dad and I just speak English. We know some Chinese, but we're not comfortable speaking it. Yeah. So one side is like 100% white and European, the other side's like 100% ethnic Chinese. And then you get people like me. Some people want to know what you call people like me, and there's a few terms. I don't think I love any of those terms, but I'm not here to be a mixed race, a mixed Asian spokesperson. I'm not a leader or anything. I'm no one's poster girl. So really, it depends on the person. Every person identifies differently and wants to be called different things. There's words like Wasian or Blasian describe those ethnic mixes. There's words like Hapa Hapahala, which some people don't like because they think they should only apply to those who are native Polynesian or Hawaiian ancestry. I'm not, so I don't feel like that word applies to me. But, so for someone like myself, you can say mixed race, you can say biracial if it applies. Personally, I like to identify as Asian American, or more specifically, Chinese American, because I think that suits me really well. It brings in both sides of me, the fact that half my family is from China, and that I'm American too. And my dad grew up in America. We are Chinese American. It's like that. It's a lot of both. So I'm very proud of those words. I think they sum me up. I am a proud Asian American, and I love my Asian American community. And yeah, I'll always be here for mixed race representation, Asian American representation. I'm very pro all of that. So I hope that clears some stuff up. I know a lot of people usually can tell I'm Asian, but then they're like, oh, there's something else going on. Yeah. Mixed race people exist. That's so crazy, right? Okay. A comment that I get a lot is like, people being like, do this again, but don't talk. Or they're like, can you do this without any dialogue? Oh, no. Kind of the whole point of my channel is my favorite ASMR trigger, which is whispering or self-speaking. So I'm gonna talk the whole time, and there's a lot of channels out there that do non-verbal triggers or do gameplay without commentary, and I'm not here to give specific recommendations. I'm not here to be like, if you don't like it, leave. I'm just here to let you know. This is the whole point of my channel. This is what it's about, and that's what I'm gonna continue to do. So I'm sorry if you prefer non-talking videos. I've done a couple, but it's really, this is what it's like. Okay, this is what I like to do. Okay. People ask me all the time, mods. They ask me about mods, specifically 2 games, Minecraft and Skyrim. For Skyrim, I don't have a dedicated mod list that I include. I talk sometimes in a video. I'll be like, oh, that's this mod, and I like that. Get this mod. I'll briefly tell you my top mods. Sky UI. Can't live without it. Open Cities. Can't live without it. Alternate Start. Can't live without it. After that, it's just like personal preference. Graphic mods, like, you know, maybe want some like 4K parallax graphic textures, or ones for better hair. I like the I forget what those hair mods are called. One that's like better NPC dialogue and pathing, but it changes. I change with most. Those are the ones that I like never get rid of. I will always have. Everything else is like not as important. Minecraft is always the same, and I put the name of the mods in every Minecraft video ever, so you can always look in the description and see the mods. I use one shader, Silder's shaders, and I use the extreme volumetric lighting version. And I have 2 texture mods. I don't always use them. I don't always feel like using them. So sometimes they're on, sometimes they're off. I still put them down there. So this is like a little note for those of you who are still listening. If you've got a question about like something, either the game I'm playing or info about the game, where can you find the game, first, not that I don't love to see your comments, but first check the description, because I do like to leave info in there, and almost every single time I will put a direct link to the game on Steam. and I'll always say what the name of the game is. In the title, usually. Like in the name of the video, I almost always put the name of the game. Just so if someone looks up the name of that game, they'll see my video. I do it for me too. Yeah, so you should almost always see that. I see a lot of people saying, what's this game? What's the name of this game? It's almost always in the description. Or a link to it. Next, another thing, people really like to give me game suggestions. And a lot of the time, those are games, well, two things. Sometimes it's a game that I haven't heard of, and I'm like, wow, this is great. And then I might play it on the channel. That happened recently. A lot of the time, it's a game I do know about. It's either on my radar, and I haven't played it yet, or hasn't come out yet, something like that. The other time, it's a game that I know, and I have actually already played on the channel. Now, as I've mentioned a few times, I've been making videos for almost a decade. 10 years. It's a lot of videos, guys. I've got like 700 videos, some crazy number like that. So, I don't expect you to have seen them all. I really doubt you have. So I totally figure that you probably wouldn't know. So, just double check. You can always type JubileeWhispers into YouTube, space, the name of that game, and see. I'm going to use one specific game as an example. I talk a lot about loving the ocean, and marine biology, and swimming, and games like that. So many of you have mentioned the game Abzu. I've played Abzu on my channel. I actually wasn't a huge fan of it. It was a little too like alien, and I prefer like games that are grounded in reality with the ocean. Like I want to actually know about the actual species and stuff like that. But I did play it in a live stream a long time ago, so you can find that live stream and other games that I see people talk about. Sometimes I played them pretty recently, like within the last few months. You can easily find that. You can also scroll, Control F, type in the name of the game while you're on my video page and see if it comes up. But the easier thing to do would probably just be type in my channel name, JubileeWhispers, and the name of the game. Yeah, so little PSA. But 2 games in particular that you guys have been telling me about for a while, asking me about, are Elden Ring and Lego Star Wars. I've gotten the most comments about those 2 games than any other games, and I'm here to say, in terms of will I play them or not, Lego Star Wars is probably a no, because I've played the originals on my channel, so I kind of feel like been there, done that. They also weren't really well loved. Yeah, I wasn't gonna get the game. I don't have it. So I don't want to say no, I will not play that, because I don't know. I can't know that for sure. So I won't say that I'll never do it. And Elden Ring, I would like to play Elden Ring, but I can't give you guys a timeline because I don't have it yet, and probably gonna get it in like a sale or something. I just don't have it yet. It's not one that I like am crazy about. It's not like I've been dying to play it. It's more like I'll get it when I get it, and when I do, I'll make a video on it immediately. So that one is a tentative yes. I just can't give you a time frame. Lego Star Wars is leaning into a no. So that's the 2 most asked about games on the channel. I'm trying to think. No, that's really it. Those are the games that get asked about the most. And those are a lot of. I think I've pretty much answered all the really personal questions that I get asked the most. The other one, that's not necessarily a question, but people seem to assume every time I say I have news or I have an announcement, and I think it's just because I'm that age range now, but everyone always assumes I'm going to tell you I'm pregnant. I'm not. I have no plans to be right now, I'll let you know. That's not in my plan for the year, at least. It will be in the near future, and it's a journey that I look forward to talking with you about. I'm sure you can expect videos, be talking about it, vlogs, maybe those kind of things, but not right now. I know I'm not super young anymore. I'm 26, so I know I'm getting older, but not yet. Hope you guys understand. But like I said, I will tell you guys. I will. I'm not gonna keep it much of a secret. I will tell you, and I'll share it with you as much as I can share this very personal thing with you all. I will try. So, the only other thing that I get asked a lot is like where I get my specific outfits from. Like, oh, that's a cute top, I like that, or that dress is cute. And I usually, when I see those comments, I try to look online where I bought it to see if I can send you the link. And like every single time, they're not selling that piece anymore, which is why I don't say. Most recently, it was from a dress I wore in a video. I think it was the video when I talked about games I'm excited about. It's like a red and white checkered dress. I actually got that from the same place I got this dress. And obviously it's got a cute little collar, these little transparent sleeves. It's a cute dress. They're both from Bonchance collections, but they don't sell like either of these dresses anymore. So I didn't really have, I couldn't really tell you. I shop a lot at Black Milk for girls who like cute dresses and stuff. I do have a few Black Milk dresses I've worn, or tops. And I did a haul talking about showing clothes I got from there, which I love all those pieces. So, yeah, sorry I can never give you guys specifics like this is where I bought that and you can get this here. They never sell these things anymore, including my glasses. Like, you can't even get these anymore. It's crazy. But that is it. Yeah, I think so. If there's a question you're dying to know, it's burning, you really want to know, leave it below and I'll see about answering that. Otherwise, I'm really excited about 200k, and I think, let me know if this sounds good, I was thinking about baking a cake and decorating it with you guys and then eating it. That's the best part. But I really like to bake and decorate stuff, so I thought that it would really be fun if I made like my own, you know, like Instagram people, and they'll either get balloons or they'll get a cake that's just like 200k. I wanted to make it myself, so my camera ran out of memory while I was filming, so that's when I know that I've been talking for too long, because my giant memory card somehow got full. I deleted something, so it's okay. I was just talking about how I want to bake a cake, so that was really the only thing left I was gonna say, and my camera's punishing me. Okay, I want to bake a cake. I don't know if that's a good idea. I thought that might be fun. Can show you a little bit of my kitchen, maybe. So I thought that would be kind of fun, because a couple people like when I did like cooking related things, and I thought this would be a nice way to bring that back in a fun baking video. So I might be doing that very soon, depending on how quickly we can get to 200k. Let's make it happen. Yeah, I want to eat cake. Okay. Alright guys, if you watch this whole thing, give yourselves a pat on the back. You are incredible, and I hope you enjoyed getting to know me a little bit better, and I'd like to to get to know you a little bit better, so you can tell me something about yourself in the comments if you feel like it. If not, if you just want to leave a like and move on, that's okay. And let's go, another 200k, here we go. Alright, talk to you later, wishing you all a great rest of your day, afternoon,